Uh, there is a statement and a quote that was done by one Napoleon Bonaparte. And Napoleon, who was the emperor of French um, in Western Europe, quoted and said that more people have been killed by bad doctors than by bad generals. In other words, Napoleon was doing a comparison between people who die in hospitals to those who die in wars. And he was convinced that hospitals and doctors, bad doctors, and kills many people. And if you look at that statement statistically, you will agree with Napoleon that there are many people who die in hospitals as compared to elsewhere. Like you can see people are burying all through, and those people are being buried have passed through the hands of doctors. Now, Job in the Bible, in the book of Job 13, verses 4, he made another statement. He was calling his friends fake, and also he was calling them doctors who have got no value. And it has kept me thinking about the state of our modern medicine. Is it effective enough? I think I may make an amazing truth or amazing discovery. What the entire globe, what the people need to know is that there's nothing wrong with the modern medicine. There's nothing wrong with the scientific approach to dealing with sicknesses and ailments. But that is not the only approach or how do you call it? That's not the only perspective of dealing with diseases. There are so many perspectives and dynamics of dealing with serious diseases and ailments. Previously, we looked at the statistics from World Health Organization and also from Center for Disease Control. And the entire globe, the larger population is sick. But there are other ways that we can use to make a healthful living. We don't need to wait until we go to hospital. Actually, there are other more even effective methods of healthcare. Very effective. And in this conversation, because we are going to be having a very serious health conversation, I never wanted to make these videos because I'm a bit held up. But I think I will have to create time to have a conversation about our healthcare. The only problem that we have with humanity is what we call mental fixedness, that our minds are fixed. We always believe that there's only one way of solving problems and human problems. But there are so many ways. We need to diversify our thinking, our minds, to understand that human challenges are not only solved through one channel. So we will be looking at other perspectives of well-being, other dynamics of living a healthy lifestyle. And mostly we are going to mention on the biblical perspective, also the socioeconomic perspective. There's a reason why many things happen. There's a reason when we build buildings, we have windows, we have doors, we have even the ventilation. They immensely contribute to our overall well-being and health. So there's a way we need to care for our bodies. There's a way we need to prevent diseases and also cure them. Otherwise, we are going to be losing a lot of people. Diseases are serious. It's a serious pandemic. Even the World Health Organization has even, I think there's a declaration, there's a statement, I think, which was made that these are serious global disasters. People are sick. People are going through a lot. People are having underlying issues. People are living with viruses, infections, organ failures. People are suffering through, people are going through a lot of pain. And even some people are battling these diseases secretly. But we need to have a very honest conversation with even the knowledge that God has deposited. Why are we saying about knowledge? I was reading a verse. Is it from the book of Philippians? There's a verse that God speaks about the wisdom that has been given to church. The church has been given serious wisdom to help this perishing world. Let me read the verse in the book of Ephesians, chapter number 10, and verse 3. Ephesians 10:3, the Bible says, his intent was that now, through the church, the manifold wisdom of God should be made known to the rulers and authorities in the heavenly realms. The manifold wisdom of God. The church actually is the official custodian of the wisdom of God. There's nobody in this globe who is ever educated or even learned more than those people who are in the church and believe in the scripture. So there's a hidden truth. There's hidden wisdom about dealing with these issues. Science will never make a discovery or an invention if that thing is not in the Bible. There's nothing science has ever invented which is not in agreement, which is not in tandem with the biblical principles. Anything that you see in the globe today has an origin in the Bible. And so the Bible has, for what you call, it has knowledge in prayer. It has for knowledge. It has anticipated things before they unfold, before they happen. So we will be having a very serious health discussion. We need to look at the biblical principles for having a good health. We need to look at how we need to care for our bodies. We need to look at how God meant our bodies to function, what we call the human anatomy, and how to care for different parts and organs of our body. So these are going to be a very fantastic and interesting. We are going to be sharing some of the revelations and truths that even our modern medical practitioners do not have. So I'm inviting you to keenly follow this conversation, these presentations. And actually, at some point, I will also incorporate some other experts. They also need to share with us their knowledge and understanding about the dynamics and the perspectives, the scope of dealing and caring for our body. So you're very much welcome. God bless you. Have a wonderful time.